Hey guys, Nathan Brendan Masters. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about this program that I've been testing out. I know people don't really like the black bars on the side, but I'm going to do it this way because I want you to see the whole screen. You can get this from the App Store. It's called Comic Captions, and I've been using it since last week. I started lettering. I'm finishing the lettering for Hexcraft Mechanics Ultimate Control, and you'll see the lettering on the Rahab story will look a little bit different from the other lettering. Uh, it's because I'm using this program, and this program is making this look. I mean, this looks truly professional. And not that the other stuff didn't, but this is just kind of like fully automated. You select your balloon, you put the words in, and then you place it where you want to place it at the size you want it to be. Very nice. Okay, very nice stuff. So, as you guys know, last year I got the iPad Pro, and I got the iPad Pro with the plan of helping me with my comic books. The ultimate goal, I should say, is to actually start drawing my comic books directly on the iPad. I used to draw on the computer. I would just go in with my little tablet and draw stuff on the computer and then go from there. But then I kind of went back. I went back to traditional, which was funny because I bought this, then went back to traditional, and actually started getting into paints and ink wash and stuff like that. I do use my iPad to do some editing and stuff like that. And I know my art editor, she uses her iPad all the time to do the edits, to do edits and stuff for the books. But I started thinking, I wonder, is there something that will help me letter? That will just, I could just get in there, do the lettering, and it would make it a little bit quicker. Now I do have a program called Comic Draw. Now, Comic Draw is nice, but it's specifically made to draw. It's made to start to do comics from start to finish in the program itself. And I couldn't figure out how to import actual pages, stuff that you've already drawn, how to export that into Comics Draw. I thought there was a way to do that, but I can't seem to find it. So I looked to see if I could find anything specifically for adding word balloons. And there actually are a lot of things for that, except there are programs that you're supposed to, take your photos and stuff and you make a comic book with those photos and then add captions. But with this program, I found I could actually pull a page in and do the captions and everything as you see me doing right now. And it looks amazing. So I'm working with this. The program is Comic Captions. Now, the reason I'm testing it is because this is a program that outputs at 72 DPI. And I know a lot of you probably, especially if you're doing your own books, the standard is 300 DPI for print. But what happens is it does the thing where it outputs at 72 DPI, but it's like a 20 by what was it, like 20 by 30 or so. It's like a huge JPEG. So of course, when you reduce that back down and everything, it looks fine. I've had some success doing that. Nothing's pixelated and things of that nature. So I just want to make sure that this will do that. So when because what you're actually doing is you're taking the image that comes off of here, and in Photoshop or Pixelmate or whatever you're using, you're going to take and copy and paste this image onto your original image. So you're pasting it into a 300 DPI space. Okay, so technically this should all reduce down and everything. I just want to make sure that the images that comes out of here will do the same thing. So by the end of the week, I plan to go ahead, send out for proof, and see what that looks like. So, but I did want to tell you guys about this. I know some of you do digital comics, and if you're doing digital comics, this is perfect for you. This is 100% perfect for you. The perfect output and everything you would need. You'd probably want to actually reduce the reduce the size of the JPEG, and it would still be a 72 DPI JPEG, but you'd probably want to reduce the size before uploading it. But yeah, this is pretty nice. So I'll let you know. It'll probably take a few weeks to get the print or to get the proof back, but I'll let you guys know what it looks like then. If I don't like what I see, I'll just go ahead and reletter it again. I do have all the actual print ready files and everything, so it's just the rest of this story that needs to be lettered and everything. I have 2 pages that need to be colored, and that should be in the process in the next few days, so I'll be on the lookout for that as well. And everything's pretty much set up, so all I would have to do is just letter it and then throw it into the folder, and it's ready to go. So now I'm going to talk you through this program a little bit. You pretty much see how it works, but that's why I wanted you to be able to see the whole page here, because there's some controls and things that you'll need to see. So you already see the balloons and how I'm moving around, how I'm placing them and things like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with the new page. I'm pretty much done with this page anyway. So let's do this. And guys, if you like this kind of content, go ahead, hit that like button, leave a comment. All of that helps with the algorithm. Tells YouTube that you like this kind of content on this channel. That helps us rise in the ranks, if you will. Subscribe if you like the channel overall. So let's jump into this. We're going to save that page to the iPad, just like that. And we're going to open up a new page. Now, these are the main members of the Rise of Magic. Mr. Talbane is just telling them what happened to him earlier that day. So what you want to do is on the left side, you'll see a little balloon. You're going to click on that, and that will bring up these choices of balloons. And you choose which one you want. Now it pops up, and it's all ready to go. You just write in the dialogue. I already have my dialogue in mind, what I want to say. I'm just, as I write it, I kind of rephrase it because, it's going through my head, and it's kind of like, that doesn't necessarily sound as good as it could. Put it this way, put it that way. It sounds better this way. You kind of got to think about it like if people were talking. And so sometimes it sounds better in your head than it does. So if you're like sitting here, if you're sitting here with me, you will hear sometimes I will repeat it out loud. So, I'll hear how it actually sounds spoken. So you do that. Now, this is your control panel, and you can just tap these arrows here. The down arrow makes the balloon smaller. The up arrow makes it larger. You tap the screen, and then you get out of that and just place the balloon where you want to place it. Sometimes you will need to get back into the balloon. So you just tap it again, and you'll get some choices. And click on the T for your text. You can get back in and fix it. And then you can just go on to the next balloon. In fact, you can do them all this way and just keep going, and then just space them out at your leisure. I personally like to kind of move them in the place I think they're going to be. And if I have to go in and make some correction, I just go ahead and do it and just move it back. But either way you want, you can do it that way. The one problem I have with this program, aside from the output, is the fact that when you get ready to edit a balloon, it moves it back into the initial place it was when you started. I would like for it to just kind of stay where it is, to just kind of lock in place. Now, this is another control panel. This will allow you to add a drop shadow to the balloon, add a border around the balloon, add or take away a tail from the balloon. You can do a lot of things like that. In fact, you can even do things like make the tail itself bigger or smaller, rotate the balloon, or even flip it if needed. So very useful. And you bring that control panel up by clicking on the balloon. You see the arrow at the bottom there. You click on that and you'll bring up those choices. What you want to click is T to change the text or the size of the balloon. And you want to click the tool icon if you want to do any of the things I just talked about, adding drop shadows and things of that nature to the balloon itself. The paintbrush icon will allow you to add color to the balloon, or if you're actually using sound effects, it'll allow you to use or add color to those sound effects. The only thing here is it's a limited option of colors, so you get what you get. It's a $3.99 app, so you're getting a lot as it is for $4. But this is the program, Comic Captions. I got it off the Apple App Store, $3.99, and there is a light version of it that's free. There's also a similar program called Comic Strip, and you can find that in the Google Play Store, but I have never used it, so I can't really vouch for it except to say that it does exist. So other than that, you guys take it easy. Nathyn Brandon Masters. Don't forget, guys, if you're interested in Hexcraft Mechanics Issue 2, check out the preview. Link is in the description. Talk to you later. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn and never die, looking through the eyes of a brand new life. It's so